What's up, guys? You're now tuned into the GB3 Show here on ATLTalks Radio. It's 28 minutes after the hour. Be sure to tune into the show on ATLTalks Radio. You can tune in on iHeartRadio or tune in to the ATLTalks Radio app. Just download from the App Store on the Google Play or on the App Store on your mobile devices. And if you do have a iPhone, be sure to tune in your car on Apple CarPlay.
Yes, sir. So today we have a very special guest. We have the creator of Humble Hoops and an ambassador for Squads ATL. He also does semi-pro basketball for the Atlanta Legends, Mr. Rodney Taylor. How you doing today, man?
I'm blessed, man. How you doing?
I'm doing real good, man.
Appreciate y'all for inviting me.
Yeah, definitely. Glad to have you on, man. And like I said, you've made basketball your entire life, not only as a coach, but as a brand ambassador and as a player as well, man. So let me know, when was it that you first found your passion for basketball, and when did you know that you wanted to make it your life?
To be honest, it would have to be when I was in high school. I had a good game one game, and it just more so was, actually what happened was I came to a different school from Villa Rica High School and went to Bremen High School. And I came in the sophomore year, did my thing, came in 11th grade year, and I had the big hit. I honestly came in the tryouts late.
Wow.
I came in, like, I kind of always thought I was going to be on the team, and to be honest with you, I got cut that year.
Oh, wow.
I actually got cut that year, and I got to give big appreciation. To Coach Pollard and Coach Carter. The next day after I got cut, like, looking at the list, Coach Carter, I went to his room, Coach Pollard, I went both of their room, and they didn't say nothing to me. They had a piece of paper with everything written on it, from down to my attitude, to dribbling skills, to defense, to shooting, to everything that I needed to work on to be better for next year. So I also had to deal with, like, my friends, cracking jokes. You know how we are, man.
Yeah.
You come to the high school game, you come to the game? You come to the game, you playing this year. So when tryouts came the next year, right, you already know my homeboy EJ, he from back in the day, he was just like, hey, all right, you gonna make the team this year, right? So he had Coach Carter and Coach Pollard. Everybody was cracking jokes, but I made it. And after that year, man, I got most improved. Got the defense award, man. I enjoyed it, man. I had to. And ever since that situation, it was just like, never really had my heart broken from something that I had worked hard for and thought I was all of that coming from a different position. Man, I had to like level it up, and then that just sparked so much for me to want to become more than what I wanted to be in basketball. I didn't play football no more, no other sports. It was just basketball.
Yeah, so when you got cut, like, did it just ignite a fire in you that you just had to, like, work on everything they had on that list when you got cut?
Man, I did the most, dog. I ended up getting me a little side job. What I was in high school, so, it wasn't much you could do. I was actually working at an Ingles grocery store being a bagger. I also was washing the windows. Like, I had my own little hustle on the side, too, at the Ingles in Bremen, man. I bought me a basketball goal. I had shoes for outdoor when it was hot, rain, cold, all the basketball.
Ready, man.
I didn't go to no game. I didn't go nowhere. I didn't do nothing. And then the saddest part about the situation, where I stayed, like, on the way to, like, the biggest Christmas tournament that's going on every year, the bus got to drive past my house, right?
Oh,
Man, tell me why I wasn't even paying attention. I was on my way to my workouts, going down the highway, actually just dribbling down the ball, coming down my neighborhood. Here come the bus. Man, I was hurt. The bus was on the way to the tournament. When I sit here and say,
Man,
I was hurt.
yeah,
Man, you was gonna have to hear me the next year. Trust me.
Yeah.
You was gonna have to hear me the next year.
yeah.
definitely.
Now, Rodney, I do want to ask you, so when you look at today's game in the NBA in particular, it's all about, spacing and three-point shooting and perimeter defense. So with you and your program, is that what you teach, your participants as far as, get them prepped into, today's game? Like, how do you, prep them, just to make them a better player?
So my main focus for what I do as a skills developer, I basically still focus on the basics, certain things, your footwork, your mentality, getting your mindset to that point. Like, we have situational drills that we will do, but in those situational drills, I'm creating to you, telling you, hey, look, see this, hey, feel this, hey, when we're doing these repetitions, don't just shoot the shot and just say I'm trying to make it to get the 5. You need to get in your muscle memory at the same time. That's how this feels every time I shoot that shot from this spot. So I focus more so on just preparing. Like, at the same time, I enjoy still playing from my pro career to transform into semi-pro to actually My pro career after this summer, I'm just gonna go ahead and hang my pro career up and just continue to build what I'm building with squads and creating the basketball life that I want to see, and then sit back and look at my little ones, do what they got to do when they get older. I got my oldest one, Isaiah. He's training this summer down in Florida, so I can't wait, man. It's just like he's my oldest, so he's ready to go. And these two, he just came. He's here. He already dribbling and everything, man.
Right.
So it's like getting them started from the beginning, so you know how to feel. So when you get to that point in your life where it's like, I'm ready, because you never know when you're gonna be ready. That game will come, that trial will come, and you can prepare all you want. But when you get into the game, that muscle memory's got to take over, because all you're gonna have to do at that point in time is confidence in what you've been doing.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, you talk a lot about how you're like, you're in the semi-pro league, and you've done professional basketball as well, and coaching as well. Like, how do you balance, life in basketball while also raising a family? I know you brought your 2 kids here today, so do you always just bring your children around everywhere, and how do you manage like basketball and life balance?
Just like this. Hey, you two, sit down, chill. The way I handle the next part of that situation is, I'm this way. If my kids can't come to what I'm doing, I can't be a part of it, man. I want my kids to be exposed to everything. I work too hard to get to where I am to just say what I made in this world was a blessing to be can't see it, can't be a part of it. Yes, I understand that there are certain things that go on that my kids can't come to, but vast majority of the time, if I'm training, they with me. If I'm training the client, they with me. If something, I try to expose them to it all.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they like really separate those 2 lives and act like it's like really 2 different sorts of things. So, has there ever been like any complications when it comes to bringing your children, or is it just like, are they very receptive to it? And also, would you want your kids to have a life in basketball as well?
So it's not hard to separate it, just because I'm involved. So it's at the end of the day, if I tell you stay on the side of the court, a lot of the time I'm old school. Like, it take one time for you to get bumped and you realize that's not the way to go. So my kids haven't had that situation happen. I'm pretty sure they won't go to it, but they just kind of like, they be on the sideline at the games with me. Like, I take them. I like the hoop, so I don't want to stop hooping. I don't want to stop giving back and making an impact through basketball. So they're going to be a part of it. To answer your question as far as do I want my kids to be a part of basketball, I would love it. Adonis. Quiet.
Hey man, if you can hear him in the background, there's 2 kids, man. I'm telling you, he brings them everywhere. That's a good dad right there, though. But I do want to get into like just, you said you want to build up your programs, and you are the creator of Humble Hoops, and can you just go more into detail of what that is and everything you want to accomplish with that?
So my thing has always been with different journeys and things that I've done in my life. I've had types of jobs, type of aspirations, everything, but everything always led back to basketball. No matter how I just tried to put it down, see if this was me, life might have tried to take it from me, it found its way back to me. So at this point in time in my life, I'm going to build it and I'm going to run with it. How do I focus and make everything like work? It's been like this since I was gone, man. It's gotta get like natural. It's gotta go. Like sleeping in for me, sleep in for me is 6:30, 7 o'clock. That's sleep in. Like typically I'm up at 5:30. And the way I even got to that point is like I just tried it and gave myself some increments. Now that fact, when I get up in the morning and like half my day is already done, once 12 o'clock comes, most of the time in the day, it's my time. It's me and the kids. It's hoop time. It's workout. It's working on Humble Hoops, working on the brand, building and growing it from there. Getting to exposures like this so people can hear me, see what's going on, and just trying to impact, man.
Now, Bronny James, man, glad that he's recovering from it. He just suffered from a cardiac arrest. So, Rodney, I do want to know, just to pick your brain as a coach, basketball coach, just in general, if you was put in that situation where one of your players was in that, how would you been able to like manage that, or like how would you, take that? Like how would you approach that?
I would approach it with caution, but I'll also have to like show that I'm there in all support of what's going on as a coach. Like making sure my team knows that making sure the team knows that we need to support what's going on. We need to show like concern. We need to be a part. He's part of it. He's our brother. He's our family, and this is where not just let him be out there and see what's going on. We got to follow him. Like I have a lady in my life named Gigi. She's always been there. If I got hurt, she was gonna be there. Same thing. She was like she kept a lot of ball rolling when my mom and I moved away from my mom and everything. So Gigi helped a lot of my life keep me going. So she inspired some of those things along top of things that my mom has inspired me in my life and like started with me. So I would have definitely been there.
Now, just to go off topic here. Now, me and Jerome, we already had this before. I just want to get your take on it. Just a little off topic here. Now, Jaylen Brown just agreed to a 5-year, $305 Supermax contract.
Richest man in the NBA.
Now, in 2028-29 season, he'll be making $69 million. Now, you're a basketball coach. You know, basketball is your thing. Now, do you think that he deserves that kind of money based on his performance so far? Because my only thing is, when you look at the playoffs last year or even the year before, I'm not sure if he's going to live up to that kind of money. But then again, you know, that's what's your thing. So you probably know more than I do.
So I'll put it in this aspect. It's hard to put up at least 20 points a day. It's hard to put up 20 points in a game. It's hard to, in a consecutive basis. You understand, like, they get paid to put a ball in the hole better than anybody in this world. If you work hard and you do that, like, you got people that score 60 points a game. Do you understand how hard that is?
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Do you understand how, being a fan, or you just sit there and you just watch and just 60 points, how many times did that ball go in the hole from one person? I feel like if you work for it and you put your time in, you're going to have to uphold it, because once it gets to you, you're going to have to uphold it. If you're going to ask for it, you're going to have to uphold it, man. So at the end of the day, I'm just going to have to see what he does to see and then give my opinion from there, just to be honest.
Yeah, definitely, man. And you know, we've worked with a lot of basketball players around Atlanta. Jaylen Brown, he's from Atlanta as well. And Squads ATL, you know, you guys do the open runs every single week. And you know, what exactly, like, how did you get in contact with Squads? And you know, what are you looking to do with Squads ATL and how you build that?
So the way I got in contact with Squads was a year and a half ago. I was just looking for different competition in Atlanta, different hoop sessions. I got tired of seeing the same people. I'm tired of the same vibes, same this, and the other. So I went to looking. Squads does runs around the nation, and they was just kind of growing, coming towards the East Coast and everything like that. I went to a run. You know, it was just the beginning. It was only like maybe 3-4 people there, but my co-host that I work with that does it, his name is Dari. He was already a part of Squads a year before I was, and they came and he helped start it. So when I asked him where did it start at, he said San Francisco. I said, okay, I'm gonna book me a ticket. So I booked me a ticket, and I set a goal. I wanted to see the bridge, I wanted to go to the beach, and I wanted to hoop and bring it back to Atlanta and be a part of what's going on. And I did all of that. I went on a mission, and that was it. Wasn't nothing else to have. I got to see San Francisco. Like, I've been around the world. I've traveled. I've seen that. But a lot of the states, I haven't. I would love to go to different states now and play competition ball, train people from there. Same thing that's doing with Squad. So they're doing that with runs all over. Why can't I do that with Humble Hoops? And if they're already doing it as a platform, guess what? I can come be a part of that same situation and build it. And guess what I'm bringing? Every time I'm a host or I'm a part of something or a run or training, it's going to be what I want to be, how I want it to be, giving back. And it's keep the same competition, same everything.
Yeah, for sure, man. And just like, you know, you talked about how much you wanted to build up Humble Hoops, and you've already built it up to quite a quality standard right now. But what is there an ultimate end goal with Humble Hoops? Like, how far do you want to take it?
Well, I want to take it to the point where I fulfill the dream that I've always kind of wanted when it came to sports or what I kind of wanted to do in my life. I want to always open up a recreational department or have something in that aspect where it's literally 364. Like $2 to $3, maybe $5 to get in, membership program. I wanted to do I wanted to do a mentorship for kids and young women. I want to create I always wanted to have like the run and shoot. Like, I'm a run and shoot baby. So I grew up seeing different runs. I remember seeing N1 getting started. I remember seeing all that. And I remember just spending my days just at the gym. And everybody that's been around me has been an impact of something that I have in my game, right? Biggest impact I ever had in my life would be AJ and Hulk and everybody when I lived in Carrollton helped me change my game. And they taught me a different aspect of the game, taught me a different aspect as a man, and I appreciate what they gave me. It was also in a recreational department. So it was seeing these steps come to happen. And now I'm seeing that as I'm older with different things that are going, and it's me trying to take it in that, hey, calm down. that, hey, this is actually where it's leading to. Like, that's another reason why you see my kids with me. Hey, I ain't got no problem. Bring your kids. We want men, the squads and Humble Hoops to go further into detail with that. I'm looking to build like a brothership and a sisterhood through basketball, not necessarily just because I got a passion for it and I can't get rid of it. I got kids and everybody got kids and everybody needs something. Everybody got an impact. If I can do it through basketball and create an impact through everybody else, that's it. That's the whole thing behind Humble. Just come to hoop, come put the work in and lead it on and pass it on. I've done the work. I still got work to do, and then I'm gonna do the work and I'm gonna give it to the next ones, and I'm gonna teach my little ones to give to the next, and hopefully it just pass on from there. And it'd be like a non-profit where Humble Hoops is in all states training, apps, all of them just looking to grow.
Now, when you grew up playing basketball, through high school and things of that nature, and I'm pretty sure, any basketball player, football player, always had, that one guy that they looked up to, that played professional sports. So, growing up, who was your, I would say, your idol in sports?
So I'm gonna say there's two of them. One of them is my main one is Dwayne Wade. He's really the reason why I wear the number 3. Really the reason why in Humble there's a 3, but the 3 all represents for my mother, just giving respect to my mom that she raised me in that. So it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, giving respect to my mom and honor for what she raised me in. But also a lot of that's it's tatted on me. My favorite number is 3. I'm 3, and it's just something about the flash, the way he played, the way he went, the way he hoops. I like it. I loved it. I like to mimic my game from him. Another person that I would say would be my favorite would be Jay Crowder, and that's just because I actually just grew up with him. I was like seeing him as I went to Villa Rica, remember seeing him, his family, all of that. Then I moved away, and then just all of a sudden he's in the league that day, and he was just getting ready. And he was going to the Mavs and stuff, and the Cavs, and I was just like, oh, okay, congratulations. And it was like, that was nice, man. So it's nice to know, like, okay, even though I moved away and not knowing necessarily what was going on, but somebody else made it, and especially somebody that I could sit here and say, yeah, I seen you, bro. Like, I remember when we was young. I remember when we was playing football. I remember you was the quarterback for Villa Rica. I remember your brother DeVaris, everybody, man. It's just
now with that, with Jay Crowder, one last question here. So with Jay Crowder with the Bucks, he did mention last season that he didn't quite understand his role. It looks like they just traded for him and they didn't really utilize him to his fullest, to his potential. So how do you feel about him with his fit with the Bucks, and with them having Adrian Griffin as a new head coach? Do you think that they should use him a lot more, or what do you think of the situation there?
I'm always go with my mans. My mans is definitely the truth. My man's like, he needs to see the floor. He worked hard to get to where he at. Like, that's 10 years or so in the league that's going on. My man's worked hard, and it's just out of representation from where we from and seeing him grow. I don't care. Put him on the floor. Put him on the floor, because he gonna do his role. He gonna always do his role. He gonna always bust his butt. He always gonna work hard. That's just one thing I've always known about him to do. So I feel like if the man's gonna do his job to make sure he's doing what he's supposed to do, give him his rewards. Definitely let him play.
Definitely, man. Well, what is just one thing that any kid right now that's aspiring to play basketball professionally can use, and what skill can they develop to be able to play professionally, whether it's in the NBA or overseas or any league? Like, what skill can they develop to be able to make them money and make them successful in professional basketball?
The one thing that can happen for anybody, consistency. Like, you got to be consistent. You got to, like, in the game of basketball, in the game of life, it's consistency. If you want to be rich, you got to be consistent. If you want to be good with your left hand, you got to be consistent practicing with it. You want to be this, consistency. The motto of Humble Hoops is consistency is the key. Once your mindset learns that I'm consistent, that you're not going to win every game. You're not going to have the greatest coach. You're not going to have the best day. You're not going to have none of that. It's part of life. It's part of this game. This game is a relationship, isn't it? You're going to have to marry it. And guess what happened? You're going to have to deal with everything that comes with that marriage, because that's exactly what this game does.
Yeah, I just watched a little clip of Kobe. He said you have to practice excellent, you have to play excellent, you have to be consistent with it, because if you're consistently excellent, then that's what you're going to become.
You're right. And that's how you have to do it. Like, you also got to think, like, playing ball. They're like Steph Curry, right? Best 3-point shooter right now in the league. I'm a Ray Allen person, but I will never take away from what somebody does. Like, he has definitely changed the game, but you also got to think about the consistency of it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just consistent. That's just locking in, putting your head down, and making a goal and achieving it, no matter what happens, no matter what goes on. Can't nobody stop it. Can't nobody tell me this. I gotta go. This is my direction. This is what I know. Consistency. Lock in and know consistency.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, Squads ATL and Humble Hoops this Saturday has a back to school event going on, man. And just let us know a little bit of information about it and how can people participate and help with you guys in the back to school event.
All right. So this Saturday at the Linwood Park, Linwood Recreation Department, there's going to be, I'm hosting, Squads and Humble Hoops, we're hosting an outdoor run. I did it last year when we pulled up downtown. This year I'm doing it in a Brookhaven area where we actually are located for our Mondays and Thursdays runs, right? So I want to get back to that community. Bring it out. It's free. You go to Squads ATL, SQUADZ ATL, and through the link you can sign up through there, or you can go to Humble Hoops, which is HUMBL3_HOOPS. The link is there at the same time. You can sign up through the link there, and it's free. Pull up. It's 2 courts. Come get your game on. There's going to be we're going to have refreshments, which is going to mix and mingle so people can realize what Squads is and what Humble Hoops is.
Definitely. And even if you're not going there to hoop, you just want to watch, bring book bags, paper, pencils, all that type of stuff. And, with Squads ATL, are you guys got anything else going on within the next few months or just anything bigger planned at all? And how can people join, too?
Man, look here, though. We have a East Coast versus West Coast tournament going on, the King of the Coast. So you know how this started in San Francisco. So it's San Francisco, LA, and I think Portland versus Chicago, New York, and Atlanta, right? For the East Coast tournament that started on August 20th. I'm taking a team from the Squads ATL, and we're going to Brooklyn, and we're going to do what we do, and we're going to bring it back for the championship to play in the NBA arena, and that's how we're going to run it. That's the next thing that we have going on. If you're trying to join, you can go through the same link through the pages, sign up for Sunday's run. Tomorrow, Sundays now, we are in Forest Park catering. I'm trying to make sure we get a run each certain days of the week in every area of Atlanta so everybody can get a touch of what Squads and Humble Hoops is. I'm also looking to start women's runs through the Squads. I'm looking to start training, pre-training before the runs come. I'm looking to take a whole vibe. Even the same thing with GG's IBL League. We're going to put a Squads team in there from Atlanta into the IBL League so they can get some exposure at the same time. Just trying to create a whole avenue through every thing that I've accomplished and been around the people I'm connected to and give it back so people can get where they want to get, because that's exactly what it is. Everybody gets exposure. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely, man. You guys want to join that? That is SQUADZATL.com. And it's only $10 to join a run, too. High quality runs.
Yes. Pull up definitely on the Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Mondays is 9 at night to 10:30. Thursdays is 7:30 to 9. And Sundays at Forest Park, we're going to do 8:30 to 10 in the afternoon. So definitely got 3 runs right now. I'm building. Keep being a part of it. This Saturday, make sure you pull up to the back to school event. Bring school supplies, come and hoop for free, mix and mingle.
Yeah, 11 a.m. That's when that starts.
Yeah, 11 to 2.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Appreciate
joining
y'all
us.
for inviting me, man. I had fun, man. I was making sure I was on time and had my little ones, but we made it, man. We made it.
Yes, sir.
I definitely enjoy this.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much. So, yeah, that is it for tonight's show. Be sure to download the ATLTalks Radio app from the App Store or on Google Play. And also to be tuned in to the show every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all next time.